Non-means tested benefits. What are non-means tested benefits? Quite simply, more or less the opposite of means tested. The savings, capital and income of the claimant and any other income of anyone else living in the claimant's home is not considered when assessing a person's entitlement to non-means tested benefits. Non-means tested benefits include disability living allowance is a benefit that provides an income for people that have a physical or mental disability. It consists of two components: care, with a low, medium and high rate of payment, and mobility, that has a low and high rate of payment. New claims for disability living allowance can only be made for children under 16 years old. As previously mentioned, personal independence payment, which I'll refer to as PIP, has replaced any future claims for disability living allowance, which I will refer to as DLA. Furthermore, most DLA claimants 16 years and over to state pension age were advised to apply for PIP as their DLA will stop. Like DLA, PIP provides an income for claimants that have a physical or mental disability, though with one important addition. They must demonstrate how that disability prevents them from doing certain daily activities. For example, someone may be considered by even their GP that they have a physical or mental disability. But if their health condition does not prevent them from doing certain daily activities, and also without any real difficulties, then it is extremely unlikely that person will be awarded PIP. Furthermore, any future challenges, such as proceeding to court, is also unlikely to produce a successful outcome. As you will see from this slide, there are 12 activities within a PIP claim, 10 for daily living and 2 for mobility. The DWP makes their assessment by scoring the claimant points for each activity. To be awarded the daily living or mobility component, or even both, you need to score at least 8 points for each component to be awarded the standard rate of PIP. If you score 12 points or more in a component, you'll be awarded a higher rate for that component. As you may have noted, another difference between DLA and PIP is DLA has 3 rates of payment for the care component, while PIP only has 2, standard and high. Also, PIP's care component is called daily living, which reflects this benefit is more about how your health condition prevents you from doing certain daily activities. Attendance allowance, much like DLA and PIP, is a sickness benefit payable to a claimant who has a physical or mental disability. Attendance allowance only has a care component, not mobility. Also, it is available for claimants of state pension age and over. Carers allowance, a benefit that is paid to the claimant because they can show they provide care to someone else. To claim carers allowance, you must be aged 16 years or over, spend at least 35 hours a week looking after the person in need of care, and have net earnings of less than £128 a week. The person you are caring for must also be receiving a qualifying benefit, such as the middle or higher rate care component of DLA, the daily living component of PIP, or attendance allowance. Carers allowance is not a means-tested benefit, but a claimant's other income will be taken into account when assessing their entitlement. Child benefit, like child tax credits, child benefit is paid to the parent or legal guardian who has to look after a child aged 16 years old, or up to age 20, if they continue their studies in an approved education, such as college or training. There is also a non-means tested benefit, but there is a sliding charge when the claimant's income is above £50,000. The charge is 1% of the amount of child benefit for each £100 of income on a sliding scale between £50,000 and £60,000. For those earning more than £60,000, the charge is 100%. This means there is no entitlement to child benefit for claimants with incomes above £60,000. So, for example, a claimant's income of £50,100, they will lose 1% of their child benefit. For another claimant's income of £50,500, they will lose 5% of their child benefit. Contribution-based job seekers allowance or contribution-based employment support allowance both provide the same benefits as income-related job seekers allowance or income-related employment support allowance. But they are non-means-tested benefits because no other household income or capital is taken into account when assessing the claimant for an entitlement. Any pensionable income the claimant receives will be taken into account. To qualify for contribution-based job seekers allowance or employment support allowance, the claimant will need to show they have paid Class 1 national insurance contributions for the last 2 years. If there isn't sufficient Class 1 national insurance contributions to get full entitlement, the claimant can apply to top up their claim with income-related job seekers allowance or employment support allowance, respectively.